You know, at the end of the YouTube thing, we've got the panels, right? And near the very end of the video, those panels disappear if you hide Santa behind one of the panels.
Why not make it a shelf on the elf if you're going to hide him?
Because that's cringe.
Yeah, it is. That's the point.
No. The point is to be creepy.
Hello? OBS is already running? What do you mean already running? Oh, you are already running.
It's out the window! You gotta catch it, Britt! It's running!
It's gone.
Just see the little OBS symbol with legs just... Ah!
As long as you don't tell me all of a sudden you see a refrigerator run right next to it. Come on.
And the refrigerator's like, first time.
And it's that meme from Captain America, like...
on your left.
Do I need alcohol?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Team Frostbite's reactions for RWBY Volume 8! We are now on episode 7, the last episode before the Christmas break. How are you folks doing today?
Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a good New Year.
Merry Christmas. I love that little raptor meme.
Yeah.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Grimbo.
Merry Crisis.
Merry Cancer.
In the last episode, absolutely nothing of worth actually happened except for a giant...
A bookie.
Poor Atlas.
And nothing else of value actually happened that episode.
A single shot of Grimm.
So we're just going to choose to ignore it?
Nothing else.
Okay.
No, I want another flash. I want 2 back-to-back flashbacks. That's what I want.
It's just Watts' backstory now.
You joke, but that would be better.
That'd be fucking awesome, though. Ooh, shit. Gotta watch the Destruction Goose. Don't forget.
Well, but then what are the uncut patrons? Who you can get the uncut version of the reaction by going to patreon.com/Fatmanfalling.
That's right, Batman.
What do they get?
Well, they get that, and also access to the Team Frostbite Discord server, where for $1 or more...
Do they?
Yes!
Wow! I was gonna spend Christmas with my family, but now, just sign me the fuck up!
Spend it with us!
In a stream.
You're better, more expensive family. Actually, being real, your family probably expects gifts that cost more than $1.
That's
so
true.
Aren't we the better value?
No.
Unless you want to give us more expensive gifts, we're totally willing to get that. We're totally willing to accept those.
And my birthday's coming. My birthday.
Yes, Dashy's birthday is coming.
That's true.
And if you want to get Dashy a present, you can go to patreon.com/Fatmanfalling.
Yep.
Your funds might go to Dashy.
Are we ready to jump into this?
Yeah, I'm ready right now.
All right, here we go.
Smooth music on the not the thumbnail, but the subtitles.
Yeah. Here we
At least
go.
it's not upbeat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Rooter Teed.
Smooth.
And now back to the upbeat music.
Good. Is this upbeat? What does Rooster Teeth think upbeat means?
Yeah, upbeat, I usually think of, maybe a Weezer song.
No, really? No.
I'm trying to think, there's a band I really don't like that has really upbeat music, but, the lyrics are downbeat, but, the music itself is upbeat.
If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this string as you walk away. Yeah, upbeat.
This is fast-paced. There's a difference. It's
yeah.
We just
Up-tempo.
we go back to the Weiss trailer and it's just happy-go-lucky music playing in the subtitles.
Everything is awesome. Everything is good when you're part of a team. That's upbeat. That's an upbeat song.
Yeah, that's an upbeat song. This is. I mean, I guess saying generic butt rock in the subtitles would be a little bit throwing Jeff under the bus, but
You guys have seen the second episode of Hell of a Boss, right?
I haven't.
This sounds like the kind of music that Stolas's daughter would listen to. Like waking up in the morning.
God, we need to watch that.
Hell of a Boss? Yes, you do. It's excellent.
Yes. I loved the pilot.
All right, here we go.
But I've been waiting for reacting.
Hey, the final frontier.
Birds chirping, thunder rumbling.
Cool.
Hey!
Okay.
On days like these, kids like you should be burning in hell.
I'm way too sensitive. That scared me.
Wait, hang on. Where is this again? This is on the ship.
Atlas.
It is on Atlas. Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
I always
They got-
assumed it was
Oh,
snowy
they're
up
back.
there.
They're back. The
Oh
next-
my god! Paladins! Hey!
Hey!
I was wrong!
Hey!
Hey! Corn! Wheat! Oh,
The corn!
yeah!
The very delicious corn!
Mm.
Oh, that's a nice touch. They got like the crystal beard
Oh.
where the fish would be normally.
Oh, wow. So is it just gonna keep... Okay.
Oh, hey, it's those
There's
guys.
the apathy.
Oh, apathy! There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Elephants!
You guys
Well,
remember that we
hey.
had these models?
Hey,
That's
guys,
the worst case of halitosis?
remember how, like, you know... Grimm,
Man, look
like,
at all those huntsmen.
Look at all... I see them all.
You guys
Wow,
remember when Grimm were-
did his beard get even bigger?
You guys remember when Grimm were born without any bone? Remember when that was a thing?
Well, you see... Insert any quote here.
What's something in Omega? What do you got? Wait, they're just like chilling?
Wow, these guys are looking pretty chill. You know?
Why are they chilling?
They're probably all secretly racist, though.
I mean, granted, we're gonna be panicking now, but dude was
Are those-
lying there having a picnic?
Are those students? Like,
Yeah, let's go underground. That's a smart plan.
I mean,
hello, Mount Glen.
send everyone down the postal service.
Are we gonna see people die?
That'd
Kill
be
the
I
great.
child!
hope so.
Kill the child! Kill the child!
Kill the
Come
child!
on! Come
No,
on!
they're not gonna
Do
kill a
it!
child.
Don't kill the
Destroy
child.
the
You
child!
bastards!
You and children, Raven.
The
you
child
and children.
survives, Ironwood comes out and shoots
Look.
the child himself. Just like, right in the face.
What the They're all arrested? They just went?
Oh, you guys went back?
Don't let those fugitives out of your sight.
Yes, sir. Of course. Still just following orders.
Yes? That's what she was ordered to do.
That's what.
She was ordered to follow
Oh,
orders.
man. Oh, damn.
Yeah, why didn't you land slightly to the right there, Whale?
That's where the Grimm took Oscar.
Reminder that they still haven't let RWBY know that Oscar has been taken.
That is a cool visual. Like, I'll give him credit. Although that's
Yeah.
probably ripped from Halo 2, honestly.
We're thinking of getting like a really, really,
Really?
big bit of plastic, and hopefully it'll choke on it.
Really? Look at this.
Bring out the straws!
Wait, what are they gonna drop on
Yep.
foot? Is it a bomb?
Oscar's in there.
He'll come back.
He'll just reincarnate. No, Ozpin
Arthur
will.
Lee.
Oscar won't.
Fist.
Oh, it's like an orchestra. Vroom.
Oh,
this
that's
is lovely.
cool. See, this is what I needed.
That's lovely.
Oh, okay, that is... Yeah. Now the architecture of the whale makes a little more sense.
Won't it stink in there? I just bad breath.
Suspenseful.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Is she-
does your
is she
semblance
not
work
meant-
on...
Hold on a second.
Is,
It works on
Grimm?
Glenn?
is she
Oh.
not meant to be there?
How does
Wait,
it work on them?
Doesn't it
That's the
see in all
problem.
directions? It's an orb! It doesn't have eyes!
Oh, God.
Oh, shit! Oh.
You can make things easier on yourself if you start telling the truth.
I can't. You're distracted by weird ribs.
They're side apps.
She's gonna create a new world order. No kingdoms, and no...
You wouldn't really have a need for them.
So he doesn't know then.
There'll be no worlds left at all.
Oh, so I guess they don't
No
know.
kiss.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
She's been alive longer than you can comprehend. All she craves now is release.
Nearly
we
2,000
all?
years. It's beyond comprehension.
When she came for me, I killed her over and over again.
I'm giving them props here.
Oh,
There's that line again.
you were right.
Oh, God, they did the over and over again thing!
We were right. Wonderful.
Okay.
You can't kill a hurricane.
She showed me that through her, I could have the vengeance I needed.
Well, hey, you know, I'll give them props.
It's literally, if you can't beat him, join him.
This is what you deserve!
Yes, but Oscar.
You're hiding in them.
She pushed you to think it would help you. Well, has it?
Been pretty satisfying so far, boss.
Yes, and punch him again.
Bush.
No. Yeah.
It's interesting to see.
People are wondering if Nora's scars are going to fade away because that's what the figures do,
Oh,
like
okay.
actual lightning scars do. Nora, how many times have we been over this? It's too late for you to have character development.
It's aesthetic. It's really cool design.
You gotta spend half the volume in this bed.
She's had her character development for this arc. By that I mean an episode.
The lack of character development. Be strong and hit stuff.
The city won't stand a chance unless we stop it.
So let's say you're having tea.
We got a plan.
Silver eyes.
It can't. No way.
Fiona said your friends haven't been heard from in a while.
Well, I mean, we can go back to poor writing, but...
Come on. I've got the ship ready to head back in.
What? We can't leave.
The housekeepers haven't showed up in weeks. We need to keep this place tidy.
Don't you have family in Atlas?
No.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
I wasn't their son, and
Yeah, bitch. Yeah.
that I wasn't their daughter.
Cool.
Damn. That's awesome. Damn.
You get what I'm saying.
I don't know about
Which side are you on, anyway?
Okay, that's a little forward. Jeez.
There are no sides.
I'm glad that they're calling out her on that.
And together is the only way we're going to get out of it.
Holy shit, Ruby actually stepping up as a leader. That's...
It's kind of rich for her saying we need to face her together when she's not worked with Ironwood at all.
Come on, Whitley, come on. Do something. Something awesome.
The gods will rule against us and destroy Remnant once and for all.
Yeah.
But if Gretchen's death taught me one thing, it was never to trust you.
Fair enough.
Fair point. I feel like Salem would have preloaded this with, hey, by the way, he's probably going to try and lie to you.
Okay,
Her name
so
is
then...
Jen.
Huh?
You're just going to give Salem the password?
I'm giving
No.
you the password.
Yeah. Will he, though?
Ooh, now that's interesting. How much
Okay.
trouble he's in if
Oh,
he knows
great.
that that's the last
She
question.
heard it. She heard the password, didn't she?
Those are Salem's new orders.
Oh, hey!
I like
No silver
Mercury.
eyes?
Yeah.
Like, how come...
Oh, wow! Hey, guys! I've just showed up for a cameo in this volume.
They are! They're silver. I don't even have to change the calibration of my monitor or anything, Fat Man. Like, that was silver.
Salem's not ending the world.
Yeah, she is.
Of course she is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Our mistress wishes to see the end of it all.
He is
Wow.
creepy, Mercury. He is.
Tyrion, you are fucking this up bad for Salem.
Yeah. Well, actually, okay, real talk, do we know for certain that Salem's plan is to destroy everything?
No, that's why he said maybe. That's why Aspen said maybe.
Well, according to the guidebook... I bought that piece of shit.
What are you gonna do, Mercury?
Piece of crap, sorry.
Oh, dude. All right.
I like Mercury.
So they're going to vacuum.
I really hope they don't kill him off this season, because that
No,
would be such a waste.
Did you not hear? Mercury's leaving for Vacuo.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be in the rest of the volume, I don't think.
We could be your test run.
What?
Worst case scenario, you kill the
Yeah.
fugitives.
You
Do
wanna
it.
go inside that thing alone?
Better than go with
You
you.
do it for Elm, Harriet, Vine?
No.
Who?
Who? Yeah, actually, who?
Those are their names?
Is she Vine?
No, she's Elm.
Vine is the boring one.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Ren.
Wait, so which one is Vine?
Comes
Find
Ren.
him. Because we care about him.
No, you don't.
Yeah, they
Don't pretend to care
Yeah, he
about
does.
Oscar.
Why are we teaching adults about caring for one another? Also,
Oh, they'll still need learning.
Don't matter. The job matters.
I mean, she's kind of got a point.
Atlas has clearly never heard of the Soldier's Oath.
No one is replaceable.
Pyrrha. What? What?
That could have been a stronger line delivery.
What?
What?
You don't really
What?
believe that.
Oh, is his thing evolving?
Probably, yeah. His emotions. Our emotions. Yeah.
Oh, he's a lie detector too.
I kind of like this effect. He is.
No, not necessarily. I think it's about emotions, not lying.
Yeah, it is emotions.
Yeah, it's not about lying.
You know what? This makes this is a natural progression for Ren. I like it.
Yeah, I am fully on board
Oh,
here.
come on.
What? I like this. He's already been the perceptive one of the team.
Yep.
He wasn't dead at that point.
You can't be serious. They're fugitives and traitors. I outrank you.
Ha!
That's hot. Oh my god, that was so nice. That was so nice. It's satisfying as fuck.
I outrank you. Remember, your feelings don't matter. The job
she's
matters.
in command.
I outrank you.
But outrank. I might have to consult Molly on that one. I don't know how old hair is.
But I have seniority. Okay, boomer.
I don't like this either.
By the way, we're not uncuffing you. That'd be hilarious.
Wait, what about the cuffs? Sorry.
No, you could have had a Chris Redfield quote. I have a job to do, and I'm gonna see it through. Come on, come on.
Oh, look at all those different colors on her.
I'm not even the bad Resident
Damn.
Evil.
That's a nice way of showing that.
I really like. I'm with Brit
nice
on this.
effect.
It's so nice.
You all can come with me to help in Mantle, or I can drop you off near the front.
That framing of the shot.
So choose.
I choose both.
Why is the framing of that shot giving me uneasy? Yeah.
I really like so far this episode has been really cool.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that.
The bowler hat guy.
No.
Neo?
Yes, stop it. Hey, Klein. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Oh!
Hey, Klein. I couldn't remember his name. Damn it. Oh.
It had nothing
Oh, Klein.
Is this guy like a really famous voice actor?
Yeah, J. Michael Tatum.
Yeah.
Damn.
I heard he got arrested. I'm here to loot the place. Back pay.
Oh, guys, Whitley called him.
What was going on with his eyes? That was terrifying.
Whitley, you did something cool. I'm so proud of you.
I believe I can find it.
Oh.
Little.
He's a doctor.
Doc, you know, one of the.
Oh, right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
Oh, Whitley. Oh
Now go back to your room.
no, this is cool, guy. Oh, all right.
Did you call anyone else?
That was cute.
Yes, I called Crow.
DoorDash.
Open the door.
They let him have his cell phone. It's Torchwick. Whoa.
Klein's just like, my car!
Oh, what?
That's hella convenient.
Why she?
What?
I'm sorry.
You mean to tell me that's the exact spot she fell?
What?
That's pretty funny.
Wait. What?
Beautiful artwork, by the way.
I'm not sure on the logistics of any of that.
Okay, so obviously she's awake. So maybe while she was falling, she was in and out of consciousness, so she was able to like maneuver. Maybe
you're playing loosey goosey with
because like that's pretty.
Yeah.
You know, coincidence.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like this invasion's been going on for what?
For the entire episode, guys. No, wait, 2 episodes. It's been going on for 2 days.
I fell for Cinder's entire flashback.
If you look out the window and Cinder's backstab, you just see Penny tumbling.
I really enjoyed this episode.
Okay, wait. So I'm going to go back. We know that Penny fell during the nighttime because they put the tower up at the nighttime. It was night when Cinder and Penny had their like combat fight.
You can't fake, it wasn't actually nighttime, the sun was rising. No, we could tell.
Yeah.
We would be able to tell.
What is the likelihood that she's impacted here is not the result of her falling from the top of the thing? Maybe she just like has had an episode to herself and like has resulted in tracking down Ruby and just crash landing there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other situation could it be other than she has been falling for 3 episodes.
I mean, this whole volume is what, 2 days?
Yeah.
So
maybe you're right in that they left Atlas to go find Penny.
We've missed some story here.
Yeah, she must have tried to like get to Atlas. Still, that is confusing as hell, guys. Like, even if you give us a flashback of that being the case, or even worse, you give us a one-off line of dialogue to explain that, because that's going to be like, Really? So why did she make a crater if she was under her own propulsion?
Because she's thick, remember? She's dummy thick.
She's the dummiest thick.
I mean, we do know that she is dummy thick. That's true.
Or demi thick, like Brit says, yeah.
My assumption would be is that, she's absolutely beaten up, just escaped a fight with Chunky or whatever.
Crunchy.
Going back to the beginning of the episode so we can go chronologically.
Sure.
I'm glad to see the Paladins back, and they're gotten a little beefier. I like it.
I was surprised too. A lot of people were asking about that in the live stream. Like, what do you think about the Paladins?
Yeah, and I thought they wouldn't be coming back. Lo and behold, I was wrong, and I'm happy to be. It's always nice to see even an ounce of internal consistency. Like, it's just nice just to see a little bit.
Well, I mean, it is like the third time they changed their designs.
Well, yeah, but it's been like, what, 6 to 8 months? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And also, like, when you consider, during the Battle of Beacon, you had the Paladins that we saw from Volume 2, but then there was one in Volume 3 that had, like, the completely whited out design and, like, seemed to be a little more refined and a little less crude than the bulky gray ones we saw. So what I'm assuming is that was more towards a finalized line of the products. Like, all those were prototypes, as said by Winter. So, like, these new versions are, like, the finalized version of the Paladin. Sorry, I like technology in fantasy settings. It's cool. Cool stuff. Drat. Curse you, YouTube, and your lingual requirements.
In my stream, I was like, please have Whitley do something. I'm very satisfied with this. It was a little bit cringy with like, this brother and sister thing, but that's how it should be, I believe. But when it comes to, like, showing somebody that you never really showed, like, affection, how to receive it, I'm liking what they're doing with Whitley.
Referring to the Weiss thing.
It's a good start.
Whitley maybe shouldn't have reciprocated the hug, but should have appreciated it. Like, just sort of like...
He's been wanting something.
I'm in two minds of that, because, like, him being too awkward to actually reciprocate the hug properly, and just being like, well, yes, of course, I mean, and, like, kind of like blushing or something like that.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
I could see that, but at the same time, I feel like that'd be more...
And at the same time, I like it if he's like, hey, this is what it's like, even though I keep saying, oh, he's been wanting it. Yeah, he doesn't know he's been wanting it. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but I hope somebody can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Salem doing her little orchestra thing. I believe like actually
that's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. A little stereotypical evil villainy, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. She's the twirling mustache villain of this series. I wouldn't mind. I don't mind that too much. The most interesting aspect of this episode to me was the villain side, actually, because we have the Emerald development, we have the Mercury getting shipped off the vacuum with Hazel. Like, that was the most fascinating elements of it, because it's like, okay, there's a lot of balls in play right now.
I really like that they confirmed our semi-theory of how Hazel was recruited.
I know, I wish we had seen something like it, but I kind of
Nature was right again.
It came out just fine, I think.
Yeah.
God, I wonder what he'll do if, like, Emerald uses the question first, and then he gets there, and, like, it doesn't work.
Oh,
and
God!
He's gonna go back, and he's just gonna beat the shit out of Oscar again.
Did you say gin with one N or two N's?
Two N's.
Difference. Was it a capital J?
It was a silent P, yes.
You mean like with a D? Like gin? Like genie? Or like gin like the drink?
Okay.
I'm so confused, husband. Please tell me.
We're crossing like 4 different culture spellings here.
We know that she's going to toss Cinder about the password, right? Or is she going to keep it for herself? I think it's just Cinder.
See, the thing is, what do they want to know?
Yeah. Ozpin has placed that thought in Hazel's mind. Does he know what's really going on? And that kind of placed it in the audience's head, too, because we don't really know Salem... Unless I'm being stupid, and I'm forgetting when they clearly stated that Salem wants to destroy everything and die.
Like I said, I believe they stated it directly in the guidebook, which has now been retconned for several different things, so we can't trust it as a source of information, which is the entire point of a guidebook. Why did I buy that $40 piece of crap?
In Salem's backstory, she just wants to die, right? And the gods won't let her die.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that, I mean, I can't remember her motivation necessarily, or her end goal, I should say, other than die or get the gods to kill her.
I think that is what it is. It's release. She's tired of living and...
Get the gods, summon them.
I mean, that's no guarantee that if the world is destroyed that she dies too. There's no guarantee. Maybe that's why he said maybe.
It's just going to be in space, floating.
I mean, who knows?
Has anybody read Yahtzee's book Mogworld?
No.
I can't read.
Reading? What is that?
Oh, Yeah. I don't know. I mostly just stared at the pages and guessed what they
And
said.
we're like, ooh, pretty.
but there's a scene in that book where the character is an undead.
Mhm.
And at one point he gets completely dissolved, like turned to dust. And he's still conscious.
Jesus.
And he's just like I mean, he doesn't have like lungs or anything, but
Right.
it's just there's an entire page of just the words delete me, delete me, delete
Wow.
me over and over again.
That's scary, though. That's worse.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, I imagine like what if like that happened to Salem? She got her wish, the entire planet got destroyed, and then she's just like, I am still conscious. What happened?
I mean, for all that we know, it's pretty certain that if the four gods' power combined in these relics couldn't kill her, then nothing can, right? There's no higher power that could possibly kill Salem at that point.
No. The relics are, if you get them all back together, the gods will come back and then they'll judge.
They'll judge, and, you know.
Because they gave Osmond the assignment of bringing humanity together, and then they told Salem,
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its face.
So what she really needs to do, she just needs to stop the spinning of the planet.
You must learn the importance of life and death. Only then may you rest.
That's what the gods wanted her to do.
can she just go, okay, I know what it's all about, and then could she die now?
I do love watching the background animation sometimes. Like when Winter is on the phone with Ironwood, Jean is frozen stiff in the background, unblinking for like 20 seconds, just staring.
Yeah, gotta love that attention to detail.
Well, okay, on attention to detail.
I would say, like, wouldn't you do that if you're looking at a big-ass whale out the window, too? But I don't think it was right after that.
It's very... No, staring at her. Winter,
Yeah, no,
just like,
that's why I was like, I'm trying to find, So, that's funny.
Also, they made a passing attempt to make me care about anyone in Atlas dying by showing us a bunch of those people out on a picnic and a nice, like...
They were just
rooftop
chilling. Like, what
terrace
is
and
that
stuff.
about? How do they not know that?
Yeah, they did a bad job.
I mean, come on, it's so unrealistic. If there was, like, a global situation that was really deadly and dangerous, people wouldn't just go outside and continue their daily lives. God, what are they, idiots?
Oh, Lord.
Especially after Ruby sending that message.
It didn't go to Atlas. Why would it go to Atlas? They were all outside having picnics. Nobody saw.
It didn't go to Atlas. That makes sense, though, if it didn't, because maybe Ironwood blocked it. But no, there's no way. It went through everybody, didn't it?
Ironwood already sent... Well, no, Ironwood sent the message to Mantle, not to Atlas. But Atlas had all the people that were evacuated from... they just did a bad job.
So Ruby's message went to where?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I think everyone.
Including Atlas.
I think
so
everyone.
they should have seen it. Yeah.
Must have been that Atlas propaganda again.
We interrupt your TV being off for this special bulletin.
Sorry,
Fake news.
Amity Arena just comes drifting down, and Pietro's like, oh wait, I didn't have the Wi-Fi on.
Damn, it only went to people with Bluetooth.
I uploaded it to unlisted. No! God, now they're not going to see it in their subscriber box, and just... what a day.
He's looking at it, it's like, oh, and now it's demonetized. Oh, well.
I already know Britt's opinion about like the whole Ren thing. What do you guys think?
The evolution of his semblance.
My problem with Ren this episode is just the delivery of his lines. I think Neith kind of dropped the ball,
really?
honestly.
No one is replaceable.
Okay.
Yeah, especially there was that one line delivery where I was just like, ooh, yeah, no, that could have been a way more powerful if you just emoted a little bit more. It was like really curt.
Could have done with a second take, maybe.
It's still 1,000,000 times better than go to your room.
Go to your room.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
like there's a difference between bad and underwhelming.
I mean, that sure could have been a better delivery.
I guess we're just not going to get Mercury or Tyrion for the rest of this volume.
Wait, where were they going?
They're going to Vacuo.
Oh, okay.
Well, I am stuck on that because, like Britt was over here like, oh yeah, my man Mercury, he's getting promoted to the crew. He's going to do so much cool stuff this volume, and it looks like he's just going to desert land.
See you next arc, buddy.
He got demoted to the books!
Oh no!
Listen, he's still alive.
Okay, was it me, or did he have silver eyes, and why am I so stuck on that?
I think he has gray eyes, but I also think that they don't know that gray and silver are not different colors.
Dude, if Mercury had silver eyes, that'd be quite something, actually.
I would take it, honestly.
I think that'd be a cool character trait, honestly.
Yeah.
He doesn't even realize it, and Salem's just kind of like limiting his potential. And like during a fight, RWBY could be like, "You have silver eyes."
Silver eyes.
Oh, that'd be so cringe.
And he's like, and he just goes, "Yeah, I know, very enchanting. All the ladies love that. I'm gonna kill you."
They're color contacts, and he takes them out, and they're brown.
Yeah.
No, they're like pink. Hot
yeah,
bright
pink eye. They're Sharingans.
Sorry, we'll get the subtitle. Mercury grunting.
But yeah, my fear was that Mercury and Tyrion would be the dispensable villains like Watts last season, where they're gonna fight and get their ass kicked, and then they either die or get captured or whatever.
And now they're dispensable villains, and that they've just literally left the show for a brief period.
Yeah, but
I know. I'm disappointed too. I actually like what they're doing with Mercury here, where he's just like so nihilistic. He's just like, screw it, we're just doing this.
He's
anyway.
a hitman, you know.
And I also like it that he was told, "What are you kidding? Yeah, it's true." And like, Tyrion, no, but I'm not messing with Tyrion. And Tyrion's like dragging him away.
Of course Salem wants to destroy the world.
Like, he can't do anything about that.
I would not use Tyrion as a good source of information.
I would.
Yeah, but this doubles down on the fact that they're all being told different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one knows the truth, which makes that one question left.
Except maybe Tyrion. I feel like Tyrion might be in on everything.
I feel like that too. I mean, he gets the head pat.
Like, okay, what would Hazel ask if Hazel had the question? Like, how would he phrase the question?
Who really killed my sister?
Well, I mean, would that answer his question?
I have no clue.
Do you think Salem did?
What question would he ask? I'm going to think on that for a minute.
I'm not providing an honest answer here. I'm providing what I think the writers might try.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Even if they ask who killed my sister, they're going to show like Stanley the Grimm.
They're going to use some like really dumb question to get a really thorough answer that convinces him one way or the other. Although
what is Salem hiding?
Okay, so it's a question and answer thing, right? It's not like show me the future if Salem wins. That's not. Is that a thing?
No, she can't do the future.
Yeah, she can't do the future. Only the
unless
past.
she can, and that was just retcon. You know, you can't trust it anymore.
It was in the guidebook,
which doesn't count.
Jin just holds out the guidebook and hands it to him.
This is the sum of my knowledge. It is now in a glossy print.
Tell me, have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Why, you need to do some anime homework.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
What would
did we move on from Ren's semblance?
Go ahead. What do you have something to say about it?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to take away from that. I was focusing on other things.
Did you have something to say about it, Fatman?
I'm so annoyed that they have to like reduce emotions to neon signs and then explain them with dialogue. It's like I thought they were getting close. I honestly thought like some of the things in this volume were like, oh hey, they almost understand how to do a storytelling, and now they're like, oh, your emotions are colorful petals floating around you, and I'm explaining what they mean in dialogue now. It's like, I'm so pissed.
I think it would have been way cooler if the way they handled it visually is... Because the thing that really annoyed me about it is that everyone's colors were uniform across the board, and that's not how emotions work.
Winter had like all of the colors. Like, Marrow had blue, and Elm had yellow, and Hare had red, and...
Elm had orange and red.
Maybe it's just, what is currently like the most...
powerful feeling, I think.
Yeah, what's the highest percentage of emotion that you're feeling right now?
Yeah, but I feel like you could still mix that in.
Mixed emotions, mixed feelings. Like that's what's up.
And I think that would be actually way more interesting if you had you had mostly red around Hare, but then you had flecks of blue, flecks of green, whatever going around, and then you jump to Marrow, who there's a little bit of red in there, but it's mostly blue, and you get the Elm, and it's like mostly green, but there's flecks of red and blue. Like you get different flecks of that stuff. Like,
where does Ren say, "I can see your emotions as petals around you"? Where does he say that?
No. He's not saying
No, he
that.
just does see the emotions as petals around you.
Yeah, that's that's fine. If he said that in the text as well, like, my semblance is improved, I can now see your emotions as petals around you, then yeah, that'd be stupid. But I actually disagree with you, Fat Man, that it was too obvious. I thought it was just obvious enough, where it's like, we've dropped before.
I feel like it could have been handled. I feel it was clunky, not super blatant. I feel like it could have been handled smoother. Like, it needed another run through those lines where it's more like a question type deal, where he's like, "You're angry?"
No, that's what...
like he's kind of like he's like figuring it out as it goes. That's not how he did it.
You are furious about losing Clover.
He did it very confirmingly. Like, he's like, "You're angry."
When it first happened, he said it as a question.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, "But you don't feel that, do you?" And then he starts looking, and it sees the blue. He sounds surprised that this is happening right now.
No. What I'm saying is, like, he immediately latches on that he can read emotions, as opposed to being like he's questioning them on their emotions, and he's like, "You don't feel that, do you?" That's the question he's asking, as opposed to like, "Wait, I can see emotions. What is going on?" Like, that's the kind of inflection we needed, where it's like,
that's not what Ren is. He's really calm, and he knows that semblances evolve. I don't know, and he's absorbing. He's feeling. Maybe he can feel it too. I don't know. But in the intro, there's a bunch of petals.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
I thought it was like a teardrop, but yeah.
No, it's a bunch of petals, and then he catches one, and then Nora goes to catch one, and she misses, or it flies away, or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all done completely in his face. Like, as he gets up, you can see his eyes like start darting around, and his eyes are twitching as well. I think it was very much clear on his face that it's like, whoa, holy shit, what's happening?
His semblance is a reading the room cheat sheet.
I love how we're split right in half right now. There you go. Civil War, blah, blah, blah.
I'm very for, like, clear symbolism. I'd rather have symbolism be clear than...
Abstract.
Like, if it was multiple different colors and a little more abstract, and it tried to portray mixed emotions, rather than just having one solid color for you to be able to, like, okay, well, this means that, and that means this. Like, maybe it's just because I'm a game person, and I like having clear mechanics. But, yeah.
I'm not so lost to the wilds of artistic filmmaking that I can't see the point in that. I just feel, as a viewer, I like being treated with a little more, like, okay, you can clearly tell what's going on here, but there's maybe a little bit of a gray area you could explore in like discussions and like. I don't. It being super absolutely 100% clear that this is like how it's visualized and the like, it kind of rubs me the wrong way, because it kind of eliminates any kind of ambiguity or any kind of variance you might be able to squeeze out of that, where you could do interesting playground, like where you can play around with it. Now, they could evolve the semblance later, where it's like, maybe like right now you can only see the most powerful emotion, which would actually conflict with how he saw Winter in many regards, but I'm going to ignore that right now. Maybe it'll evolve to the point where you can see little flicks of things that are less powerful, but I don't know.
I mean, when you looked at Winter, you just saw like all of the emotions.
Yeah, she's really mixed.
Green for boredom, blue for sadness.
Okay, I have a question.
Orange for...
What color is the horny?
The what? The horny?
Pink. He looks down and he sees himself, he's all pink, and he's just like, I need to get laid.
I mean, it's rainbow, hello.
Where's Dora?
Yeah. Does this airship have a bathroom where I can rub one out?
I mean, we've been complaining all this time about how the B team haven't told anyone that Oscar's been kidnapped, but we got to remember the A team hasn't informed anyone that Nora's been horrifically injured.
He doesn't know.
True. Or that I think one of those is slightly higher priority than the other. And I love Nora, but
the B team had an opportunity. Like, Fiona actually contacted them on their cell phones, and it's just like, I would tell you, but you wouldn't believe me. Why the fuck wouldn't I believe? Hang up.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just saying that while there's a weight differential, it's still important that you maybe inform people of different injuries.
Yeah.
Like, having a clear vision of like how everyone is doing is probably pretty nice.
Our heavy hitter is down.
It's very clear the actual war itself that's happening right now is the backdrop. in that, it's taking place on a flat playing field with just dudes running at other dudes and beasts running at mechas and monsters. Like, whenever I look at a war arc, I always think to One Piece and Marineford, because that was amazing, and it went into detail about how the different parts of the war was moving and battle was going on. But this is very much meant to be the backdrop of this season.
Yeah, totally.
It's a metaphor. The war is going on inside of all of our characters.
An ideological war, man.
And then Ren will show up and see all their emotions and sort it out immediately. You aren't being oh my god, that was like his problem in the last volume. Because he was trying to get, he was like, oh, I need to explain my emotions to Nora. I feel weird and horny all the time, and I can't express that. I agree with Ironwood, but maybe it's just that sexy beard.
What would Ren see if he looks at Salem?
I mean, I kind of hope they do that. All just sadness.
Should we move along to the question?
I think so. I think we covered everything.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'm skimming through. There's not much more I can see.
Well.
Oh, I will say, I love that line of "I outrank you."
I do.
That was a good line.
That was nice.
From a narrative standpoint as well, like, we just had this conversation where Harris like, your feelings don't matter, only the job matters, and that's what's most important. And then when she feels upset that, they're letting these guys go into the whale, with just one line, "I outrank you," put her in her place and reminded, wait, yeah, my feelings don't matter, my boss has told me to do this, I need to do that.
Yeah, I like the intent behind that, and I like the delivery on that, but what I don't like is the question that always comes up about Winter is, what rank is
leader
she?
of
Me and
the
Molly have gone on about
Aesops.
this.
The leader died, and then they replaced the leader without promoting from within.
No, I think she's way more than that.
There's a difference between rank and command, and the problem is just RWBY doesn't understand military. We just, that's the thing that really gets, Molly especially, I know, is going to be so annoyed about this, and I can't wait to hear her thoughts on it.
It goes by kill logic of Iragamagori. How tall is he? He is taller than you. That's all you need to know. His official height is taller than you. And
That's fair.
Winter's rank
I
is
also don't know
outranking you.
I obviously don't know military, okay? Well, I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when I got here, what I see here is, she is Ironwood's right-hand man, and that she's next, she's next boss.
I mean, there's serious questions about that too, but again, that's getting into Molly problems. That I find it amusing on her behalf.
We'll find out that Winter outranks Ironwood technically.
Technically,
he's been following her orders the entire time. Questions?
Yeah, Elysian Empire asks thoughts on Klein. I think he means Klein, not Clade. Klein's eyes changing from red to blue.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm so mad I couldn't remember his name. I'm so mad.
His eyes have changed color since Volume 4.
That's his entire gimmick.
Okay.
I don't think we ever got blue, though.
He's all 7 dwarfs.
Was Blue Doc, I guess? Maybe?
Is he multiple people? Is that
Yeah, he's the 7 dwarfs.
Yeah, he's multiple personality.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
His name is Klein Sieben. It's 7 in German.
Oh, I see. Because she's Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Poor Brit, you okay? You good?
Sorry, I'm just having a stupid migraine. There we go.
It's okay.
Continue.
An observation, the sulfurfish appears at 229.
It appears in this episode?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the background of one of these major Grimm shots.
Oh, really?
That sounds wrong, Grimm shot.
Right first shot right
Grimm shot, oh god. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't do much. Izanagi asks, so, was May's line about not wanting to be the Marigold's son or anyone's daughter actually a decent use of the fact that the character is trans, or was this too late of a usage?
I absolutely love that entire scene completely. It was nice. The delivery, the wording, everything was perfect for me.
I thought it was nice. Okay, with how Rooster Teeth, and by proxy this show, of course, has handled race issues, just having a trans character mentioning that they're trans in the context of you need to decide between your family and the people who need you, and then relating that to this character's backstory where, they rejected their family because it turns out that just because you're family doesn't mean that you owe them anything, you know?
Yeah.
My big issue with it is not anything to do with like how it was delivered. I don't care about May. I don't give a shit. Like, that's my problem. I'm not emotionally invested in this character. So it's like that. I was watching. I'm just like, yeah, and that was my thought process.
I do have to admit, there was a point in like a couple of episodes ago. It's like, wait, you're not just a one-time character. We have to.
Yeah.
I thought she was just going to be there for that one episode, and then like, all right, we're going with the main characters now. But if she's becoming more of a side or main, or not main character, but a side character, you know. I like what they did with it is her, right? She uses she, her.
Yes.
Yeah. I like what they did with her character this episode, sort of with that dichotomy of having to choose which side.
Yeah.
And being divisive and decisive.
Right.
Rather than, we can save everyone. No. RWBY?
Yep.
Yeah, just anybody who wants to like smack down RWBY's, you know, boundless main character privilege optimism is okay in my book. And honestly, after Genlock, like, I don't think they can do anything that qualifies as bad rep anymore.
No, well, yes, I will now, but it's not role-playing.
What's it like being non-binary? Well, have you ever played FemShep in Mass Effect? It's kind of like that. No, like, this was a much better line.
Don't remind me of that mess. Jesus Christ, do not remind me that exists.
But we're in RWBY right now. We're in RWBY.
The line, what side are you on, was kind of cringe.
Which side are you on, anyway?
Like, why are you being antagonistic? But to be fair, when RWBY says that there are no sides and we all need to work together after everything that's happened between their group and Ironwood and how they've actively chosen to go against Ironwood on multiple times. I don't know, man. Like, when you guys were applauding RWBY...
I see what RWBY is saying, because I think what RWBY is basically saying, she doesn't want there to be sides and that we're all kind of torn apart over it. We're all literally trying to fight Salem, and we're fighting over petty things together. Like, she's trying to be like, guys, we need to figure out how to be on the same side again. I kind of get that implication from her.
Ironwood is a madman who can't be trusted. Also, there are no sides.
All right, no, you got me there. You got me there. I completely forgot about that. Fatman, you have a ridiculous memory.
Yeah, this is why I'm going to him right now. Fatman, did Ironwood say to them, which side are you on? Was he the one who said it in the office or something?
Okay, that I don't remember.
I remember him saying something to that effect. I remember him saying, like, whose side are you on?
We're with you.
Are you with me?
Okay. I was just wondering why, and I didn't like this delivery, by the way, when Blake was like, we've heard that before.
We've heard that before.
What the f*** you just say to me?
Like, I was just wondering, like, where exactly, like, that line, if it was that line or not, specifically.
Yeah.
I didn't like
I'm
that
trying to
line.
figure out if it's the same both ways. Because, like, RWBY's team has actively been anti-Ironwood. I'm trying to figure out if Ironwood's team has been actively anti-RWBY's team.
Well, he put out the arrest order for them.
He put the arrest order, yes, okay. To try and, like, yeah. Because the logic there being, if you are not helping me, then you are actively hurting me. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that goes both ways.
Yeah. According to Crow, he got Clover killed.
Yep.
I think that's a little bit of projection, though.
Yeah. Ragna A. Mercury asks, if Salem can take an hour to regenerate from death, then can't you just keep her corpse in a vat of acid to continually kill her cells while they are regenerating?
Good luck getting her there.
It's a good question. We don't know the limitations of her regeneration.
I mean, we were just talking about the whole dust thing and turning into dust and being like, delete me. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas Bree asks,
good name.
During the opening, time freezes when Cinder is walking past Emerald and Neo. Do you think this is this, along with Emerald eavesdropping on Osman about Jin, is foreshadowing that Emerald will give Cinder the lamp, or do you think she'll use it herself?
All right. Well, what Emerald?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if that's...
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, see, my question is what do any of them want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We need an episode of just the villains.
That'd be awesome.
Right?
We need to know what the villains are promised outside of Emerald and Mercury.
We got to know a little more about Hazel this episode, and his sort of method of thinking, his opinion towards all this. And I suppose a little more with Tyrion and Mercury, right? So maybe that is what we got this episode. Maybe I'm being dumb. But more of it,
Not
because
really.
that was good.
We need more than that, I would say.
We need more. I would love to see... We kind of know what Emerald's thinking, but Emerald's main priority is just to protect her waifu.
It's almost as if you give us more information on the antagonists, we can better relate to them and understand their motivations and goals, and thus the stakes are raised.
I relate quite a bit to Mercury. Mercury's just a mercenary. He's like, yeah, man, I get paid to do it. This person isn't going to destroy the entire world. They want to, or at least so they believe.
He's the closest thing to really Torchwick as far as like personality or beliefs.
Yeah, I'm doing this to survive, and even that guy, the guy who can stab himself and doesn't feel pain and can like choke slam me through the ship, he's falling in line.
Yeah.
What should you do?
Yeah. No, the thing is, Mercury and Emerald have been like the more relatable ones this entire time because we saw their origins back in Volume 3. we saw them. Emerald is basically doing this because she needs a place, basically a home, and she needs
waifu.
And she needs her waifu. And Mercury is just like, yeah, I'll do whatever. Like he's just sort of like going with the flow on that. Meanwhile, the rest of the villains, we've had no clue what their motivations were, except maybe Tyrion, but we kind of had to infer that from just
I feel like out of all of the characters, if Mercury caught wind that Salem is losing this fight, then he would easily join the other side.
I see it.
Yeah, no, he seems like the easiest turncoat.
I absolutely see it.
I don't think he has any personal...
I mean, maybe? How does Salem lose this fight?
I don't know. But I mean, we assume so, as the show continues to go on, if Mercury gets to the end game.
Maybe one of them, whoever asks Jin the question that's not Salem, will ask, how do we kill Salem? Like, how does someone kill Salem?
Well, we already know the answer. You can't.
No, we don't.
Because Ozpin asks, how do I kill Salem?
How does one kill Salem? What is the answer to the question that I would need to ask in order to get the answer that will get me closer to understanding my goal?
Exactly.
42.
And then Jin just slaps the relic out of your hand like, no! Ask a real question!
Okay. What will stop Salem? And this is going to be weird. Here I am like, power of friendship in my head, right? Okay, but what if, going back to the Ren thing, I really hope he sees that. And I have a feeling he feels it too for a minute. But I could be absolutely wrong, which I normally am. But somehow understanding her more. I'm not saying redeem her, talk to her. She's more of a psychological person anyway. Like, I think more of a changing attitude towards her. And then, like I said, I quit. I don't know how to explain I mean, crap. Sorry. Forget it. I'll get this in the stream. I'll get my thoughts. Watch the stream and I'll tell you what I was going to say. Damn it.
Yang asks, do you think it was Salem who taught Watts to move like a musical conductor while doing evil stuff?
No, I think it was the other way around. I think that's why she recruited him. She saw Watts hacking with his, concerto moves, and she's like, I need to know this. It looks very intimidating.
The best bosses take after their employees.
Saint Pup asks, so the obvious theory generated from Emerald's overhearing Hazel and Oscar's conversation is that she will be the one to ask Jin the final question, filling her role as the Aladdin character. If she does ask a question, do you think it's a foregone conclusion that she will ask about Salem's motivation for collecting the relics? Again, we've been over this.
Ask the free Jin.
Am I
How do I free
stupid? How is Emerald the Aladdin character?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question.
I don't know.
What do you mean, how is she? What do you mean,
if
how?
If her name was Jasmine, it would have been hilarious.
No, what do you mean? She's based off of Aladdin. What are you talking about?
Why?
Yes,
is it just because she's an orphan?
Because she was a street rat, and she was an orphan, yes, and then...
That's true. Orphans have never existed. Other than
true, and they're never mistreated. But seriously, it's between Aladdin and somebody else. I can't... Let me look it up.
If she was the Aladdin character, I mean, I'm pretty sure that means that she is gonna ask the final question.
That would be pretty on the nose.
Well, yeah, I mean, her last name means thief, so I guess that's the closest we've got to an Aladdin character.
Aladdin was known for creating illusions.
Actually, yeah, huh.
That was a joke. He really wasn't.
This is adding up. This is adding up more and more. Oh my god, it feels like there's long-term planning behind this, guys. I'm scared.
I'm honestly scared that you guys did not know this.
No, I didn't know she was an Aladdin character.
You didn't. You didn't.
What's your source on that?
Let me go get it.
Thank you. Gives me the guidebook.
It's not. It's
It's my fault for not reading the Bible.
God, someone take Eddie's Twitter account away from him, please. Eddie, buddy, you're doing your entire team no service.
We can all just report him for hate crimes.
There's so much fan art of Emerald and Jinn, as Aladdin and the genie.
Interesting.
There is? Okay,
I'm gonna Google this now. You have peppered my noggin.
What is Mercury?
I mean, yeah, the way you explained it.
Why didn't they just name her Jasmine?
It all fits together,
That's it. I don't think it does.
I think it's cool.
I mean, the orphan thing is a loose connection, but the illusions?
I was joking. When does Aladdin make an illusion?
Prince Ali, Fabulous Eve.
Yeah, the genie did that. Not her.
But it's still
to Aladdin.
Aladdin was all about pretending to be something that he wasn't in order to get the girl he loved, and that is if you translate that to RWBY talk and them actually being creative in how they interpret the fairy tales, that's really good.
On the RWBY wiki, so take that source from what you do.
She's in love with Cinder! Cinder is her Jasmine!
Emerald likely alludes to Aladdin from Book 1 of the 1001 Nights, as well as the Disney movie. So maybe it's less from the Disney movie Aladdin and more from the actual source material of Aladdin.
Probably more the source material of Aladdin.
Emerald is the thief.
I'm disappointed in all of you.
As we all know, Aladdin in the source material was actually a lesbian.
The best Emerald called a street rat by Roman Torchwick. Literally just calls her a street rat. Emerald's emblem is the shape of a cut gem. This would be a reference to Aladdin as the diamond in the rough. Emerald's semblance is hallucinations, making people see what she wants them to see. Okay.
All right, so we can establish that there is actual.
I learned something
evidence,
new today, apparently.
But we should probably move on with the questions because that is interesting. That is very interesting.
The one I'm still on that one question you just did. What would she actually ask it? How to get the girl? What?
No, we've been discussing this. It's just
how do I get into them panties?
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know what she would do.
Okay.
I cannot predict what Emerald will ask if she's the one to ask, which is likely considering all the illusions going on here. I'm thinking that she could be the linchpin if she turns out to be the one that turns traitor to Salem's crew. I think maybe here's how this is going to go. Emerald's going to ask Jin the question, and Hazel's going to be present for it, and they're going to turn traitor on Salem together. Emerald is going to try and escape with. They're all three going to try and escape with Oscar, and in the process, Hazel is going to get killed.
Okay.
As much as I love his character, I feel like we're getting the best of it right now.
Yeah. I feel like
what's left for Hazel after he confronts Oscar/Ozpin and beats the crap out of him.
Oh, and then after turncoats, if he turncoats, what happens to him after that?
I don't know.
Unless it's Emerald making a sacrifice play. I could see it be either one of them making a sacrifice play to get Oscar out of the ship.
Why would they do that though?
Well, if they're turncoating on Salem, them trying to get to the heroes, them being
they don't know that they're coming. I don't know.
Unless they get actual information, how do I destroy Salem? If there was an answer, wouldn't she just say you have to find the answer?
With Tyrion and Mercury gone, and assuming that Cinder would be on board and that Hazel would be on board, then there's no one stopping them other than Salem, who's currently busy being orchestra, right? Watts is not on the ship.
There are Grimm.
They've ran out of side villains.
There are Grimm on. There's the Hound.
Yeah, there's the Grimm. That's literally it. It's going to be Emerald versus the Hound, isn't it? And then it's going to be
which she can't fool because it doesn't have visual senses, unless
Hazel will.
I mean, it worked against the f***ing seer. the seer that has seer in its name.
It was already based that she's competing against him. It's already whether you or the Hound or my Hound gets to him first, basically saying they're gonna fight.
What if we get to Vacuole and we get there and Mercury has already killed Tyrion? Found out what happened and was like, nah, screw this. I'm just gonna make this whole country my own.
Stab Tyrion with his own tail.
If all of a sudden I find out somebody killed Tyrion without like me knowing or off screen, no.
No. We get there and Tyrion's dead, and we just like we see sitting in the chair, like up on his legs, like L from Death Note. You see Mercury sitting there, like, yes, now I am the one that wears the hat.
Okay.
Listen, yeah, I can totally see Mercury doing that. Like, okay, well, if the world is absolutely screwed, I might as well be king for 2 months. Let's have a fun time. Let's have a party.
Okay, well, we gotta move on.
Next question.
Yeah. Typing Loud asks, Raymond said something about how on the nose Salem/stepmother allusions were when Salem tortured Cinder. With Ren's semblance evolution, do you think they use his semblance in a similar way? Or do they already do that this episode? We've already had kind of discussion about this. We probably don't need to linger on it.
No, I mean, what does that question mean?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
If only we had Ren's semblance, we had to tell what it means.
Being on the nose, I think that was mostly it. Just like Ren's semblance being on the nose. We've already kind of discussed that.
Yeah, it was disgustingly on the nose.
No.
I don't feel that way.
Yeah, I feel like they could have reeled it in a little bit. I'm not quite as offended as Fatman, I think, is, but I feel like they definitely did kind of go a little too strong. But, again, we obviously have 2 dissenters.
Leave it in the comments, guys. Leave in the comments. What do you think about this whole
leave in the
comments. The amount of angry times that I've had to try and figure out what RWBY's semblance mean, because they just haven't consistently clearly explained it, and they keep redoing it because they have to try and explain it when it gets and grows. To just understand, okay, well, he sees the petals and the petal reflects the emotion, and this color means that and this color means that. I'm pretty cool with the simplicity there.
I'm just gonna say they'll retcon it. And then we'll all be confused.
I'm just gonna edit that into the answer to every question.
Maybe. We'll see, and I will be just as pissed. I'll be just as pissed. There's a difference between simple and insulting. Like, with Cinder's backstory, that entire episode was pretty much dedicated to this, oh god, her stepmother was so terrible, and she sees Salem like that. So having the literal cut to cut, like, if they did that with the Ren situation, how would they make that stupidly even more obvious? He would go like, yeah, he would literally stand up and go, my semblance has evolved.
You guys are evolving, and I still don't even have my semblance.
I can now see that you have blue petals and are sad.
It's a JoJo. They'll do a JoJo thing, like a whole.
And then the petals would form like an exclamation mark above.
Yeah, and you'll hear the
Metal Gear Solid sound.
See, but that would get those so bad it's good points.
Yeah, it would get so bad it's good. And then he would turn around, look out the window, and goes, maybe it's because I've been isolated for so long that I haven't been able to deal with the darkness. Your emotions. But now that I've connected with Yang and with
this guy,
and it would say somber music,
Yeah.
No, Ren would say somber music.
Yeah, hit it, please. A minor. C minor. Put it in C minor.
He starts wearing like a fedora and like he wears an overcoat and he starts talking in the third person.
Oh God! All right, guys, moving on, guys. Let's go.
The dedicated flashlight man says at 12:15 in episode 7, the Goliath is like oozed into the Moby Dick with a seer patrolling around the whale. Do you think Junior? G-Y-E-R, I guess Yang Ren, might screw up rescuing Oscar, triggering a Seer and Goliath spawn inside the whale. Maybe in the off chance, get caught themselves as Salem monologues about her true Keikaku.
Keikaku means plan.
Basically just asking whether or not, the Grimm oozing out of places is going to screw up Team Junior, and,
there was a Grimm that popped out after somebody walked away. What did you guys say? Did you guys hear that? Basically saying that they're right there.
I can't wait for the scene where RWBY confronts Ironwood, And Ironwood's like, your team, what do you mean your team is more cohesive? You don't even know where half your people are right now. And she's like, yes, I know they're on the streets. And then she gets a message saying, hey, we're in the whale, we're saving Oscar. He got kidnapped, by the way. You what? Why didn't you tell me?
He got kidnapped out in the ice field, so we had to go chase after him. We got stranded for like...
Oh, and then Ironwood's there like, oh, you didn't know that? My team reported in that they captured them immediately. They let me know.
No, now Yang needs one of those Snapchat pictures where it's like, hey, saving, here we are in the whale. One of those.
Surprisingly good signal in here.
Oh, that's why people were so worried about 5G towers. They're good whales.
Next question.
Ko Marsali asks, the most important question. Do you prefer coffee or tea when the world is collapsing around you? I prefer hot chocolate.
I thought that was hot chocolate more than anything. It didn't look like either.
I think that would actually be cuter if it was hot chocolate.
If the world was collapsing around me, I'd go with tea. If the world was collapsing around me, coffee is wonderful, but coffee is when I need to like wake up and get stuff done.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I need to just chill and everything's collapsing, I'll have a cup of tea.
Besides, Ruby likes her coffee like light and lots of sugars or something like that.
Cream and 5 sugars.
And loads of cookies.
Yeah. You gotta get that tea Earl Grey hot, baby.
Ashbarian asks, with Ren's semblance evolving this episode, do you think that if Nora regains consciousness and is able to fight before the end of this volume, she'll have an evolution of her semblance, since Ren and Nora's arcs go hand in hand with each other?
I think so.
This is assuming that Nora doesn't stay comatose until we reach Vacuo, like many people are starting to believe.
They just couldn't get Samantha Ireland.
I really don't think she's going to be out that long.
She's just started talking, so...
Now what? Am I good for?
Absolutely nothing.
What if she generated a small amount of electric shock, like she became a minor Pikachu?
That'd be cool.
A Pichu, if you will.
But she's getting better. She's got a doctor and she started talking, so she's not comatose.
She'll be up and Adam in like an episode or two, I think.
Adam.
Nora just puts on the mask.
Ren goes back into the room, looks at Nora in her state, looks at her again and goes, "You're cheating on me? Your petals." You can just see the petals, like...
He follows petals to the freaking closet where Adam's just hiding.
I wonder what purple means.
Christmas Blade Charge asks, was Salem controlling the pool of Grimm? It kind of looks like she was. I just want to be sure. Yeah, she was totally controlling that.
Totally.
That's her.
Jadoru asks, how do you feel about the overall timeline of events in this volume? In terms of how the continuity is maintained or generally scene transition? Have they been jarring or pretty coherent?
We had a problem with the penny thing.
The penny thing is the biggest outlying question right now.
I think they're referring to the penny situation there.
Yeah.
It takes place over 2 days. The fighting starts round about sundown, and then we end the episode at like nighttime. It's dark out.
I mean, technically, it should have been midnight.
Technically?
No, that was just a flashback.
That was the last episode.
That was a flashback.
And now it's like...
It wasn't midnight. It was midnight in the flashback, not in life.
So wait, here's more credence to there's a whole nother episode that we haven't seen from Penny's perspective.
I think
because it can't have like Penny falling that would have taken like, I don't know, 30 seconds to hit the ground or whatever. That was with Emerald and Cinder fighting them, and then they went back to the whale and had an entire day / episode / meetings. So there's no way that Penny falling from the sky is coherent with like it was the same night where that fight scene happened and they launched the tower up. It has to be a day later.
It has to be.
Has to be a day later.
I think so, especially when they show that she woke up. She's not completely out. Hopefully.
Ghost of Floofmas Past asks, why does Penny have green everywhere? She didn't have that beforehand, as I remember back in Volume 3 when she was all cut up.
Now.
New feature?
Liquid cooling.
Pietro was like, "Hey, I saw you kind of had like a little girlfriend back at school." I better
oh my God, Jesus!
I just really like Mountain Dew.
That's funnier.
Penny, you are now a true gamer.
Yeah, that's her gamer water. Yeah.
She has like those gaming glasses turned into goggles. You're a mean one, Mr. Destino asks. Do you think Crunchy the Hound Summer Esquire Tortrix Caesar
Here we go.
I love it. It keeps getting longer.
Fenrir Iscaria Skinwalker III is going to kill Cinder/Penny, or do you think they're going to have RWBY going Silver Eye on him? I think they'll have RWBY go Silver Eye on him after he kills Hazel or Emerald.
I hate for Silver Eye to solve all our goddamn problems again.
But, you know,
I can't stress this enough, how much I want Ironwood to just drop the city on Salem and just like, yeah, go. I bought you a couple of days. Go.
But Salem is on top of the city, so he'd have to flip it before he drops it. He has to put.
I told you guys.
He has to put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Sure, from a beginning.
I told you guys, they have to do this like Club Penguin. You got to flip the iceberg. Padaru Doritos asks, you think since Penny and Nora are redheads that are getting life-threatening injuries, so the next logical step is that they will put Floof's waifu and child into life support?
Oh, they're already dead. They've been dead.
Oh, they're absolutely.
Raymond said they died.
Gone.
They're down in Mantle right now.
Yeah, but then you went. They're dead. They're gonna die.
Yeah, they're all dead. Yeah,
they're dead.
The Spirit of Darkness
wasn't even the Grimm.
And then there's going to be a scene where some guy picks up a lobster and just like rips it in half.
Or Winter grabs
and then
lobster
turns
and
around and
head.
shoots a big red bird out of the sky. And then there's a rainbow in the background and he flips it off and it turns off.
Dude, can you imagine if that actually happened, where they were just like super fucking targeted on us? That would be amazing.
Well, where's the ninja drinking soup? Where's that one?
No, they're just never going to put soup in the show.
My people are in touch with their people.
Dora Wolf asks, do you think there will be an actual scene where Weiss apologizes to Whitley for being an asshole, or they're just going to act like the hug was enough? I kind of feel like focusing too much more on that is going to be a little bit of waste of effort.
Right now, yeah. There's more important
things
right now.
Like, you can move on to that next volume. Yeah. Maybe have a heart-to-heart later on, but I'm not sure
like
where
an
that
epilogue or something, like at the end.
Not to bring up the commentary again, take a shot.
The
yeah,
every time Raymond says fixing RWBY or Fatman says commentary, everybody takes a shot. Salute.
Yeah,
actually, I was about to bring it up as a joke.
Yeah, Not to bring that up again, but they were in 7-8. They were trying to deliberately make Whitley come off as an irredeemable asshole, so that I assume this stuff in this volume would seem justified. So I do think they're going to act like the hug was enough.
Wish Upon a Christmas Star asks, do you think the cast semblance is being expanded? Ren is just now, and Ruby's in Volume 7 with her splitting into different chunks. Is a concept that should have been explored in V4/5 rather than now.
It didn't exist in those volumes.
It didn't exist in those volumes, but if it had, it should have been explored then. Like, it should have been... You know when Ren said, some people think it's one thing, other people think it's another thing, some people think it's not... That should have been where they like, hey, semblances can kind of grow. Like,
yeah,
that should have been the introduction of that element.
Well, I mean, it should have been...
They were at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, while they're at school, it should have been the absolute introduction, to the point where I'm like, guys, maybe I don't know, like, I don't want to retcon it. I don't know if I want to retcon that shit in.
Yeah. Like, you remember My Hero Academia when they had everybody training their quirks? Like, when they had Bakugo, like dunking his hands into boiling water. They had, like, Momo just, like, shoving cake the whole time. It's like, they needed a scene like that, where people were training their semblances to evolve.
Yeah.
You know?
Katrinia asks, do you think that Yang, John, and Ren's rescue mission will go smoothly, or do you think they'll either get caught or run out of time?
I think it'll go 100% smoothly. I don't think there's going to be a single tripped alarm or encounter with the bad guys. In fact, I think they're just going to show them walking in, and then they're going to do like a long panning shot of like the outside of the whale, and then they're just going to show them all walking out with Oscar. And that's going to be the last we hear about it.
How do you think they'd react to Oscar being beaten up so bad? And do you think that they'll ever find out Oz is back?
They're not going to notice. They're going to say, "Did you do something with your hair?"
I don't know. Also, it just occurred to me. We've been wrong about the sewer thing. Maybe we're going like we need to go a step
There's
further.
no we here, okay? You're the one with the sewer, okay?
No, me and Fatman have that running bet. Damn it! Me and Fatman have this running bet.
I see.
And
one day,
damn it,
one day.
we need to increase the scope of this because there's more than one way to exit a whale.
Hey, how do you think they got out after my one long panning shot?
Exactly. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, no, I think they'll run into Emerald and Hazel. I think that'll be the turning point for Emerald and Hazel, honestly. I don't know. It really depends a lot on what the villain side looks like by the time they get in the whale. That's really what it depends on for me. Also, for them finding out Oz is back, they'll find out at some point, but it's going to be so underwhelming, they're just going to be like, okay, well, whatever.
Has Ozpin been quiet ever since the train?
No. Remember when the airship was crashing and Ozpin took over to land it?
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, like, he's been intermittent where, like,
he's been talking to Oscar
6,
a little bit.
The end of 7, and now he's actually coming back in 8 in a more full capacity.
Well, I mean, yeah, the scene at the end of 7 when he did that whole monologue thing, and he saved Ozpin, I'm not even gonna take that back. When he saved Ozpin, he doesn't give a shit about Oscar. He just didn't want to pick another meat suit.
That's true.
Yeah. How did you fall off Atlas? Oh, fine, I'll save you, Jesus.
Like, that's the other thing where I don't necessarily think he's a hypocrite. He's just trying his best to get out of this situation. When Ozpin goes, okay, you've gotten the truth. Why do you continue to beat Oscar? At least try and help him. I'm like, dude, you're assimilating his body. You're gonna Johnny Silverhand his ass.
Kaiser Klaus asks, what do y'all think of Ren's new ability, and how do you think this adds to his character? We've already gone over that.
Yeah, we have.
Yo Boy Neptune asks, thoughts on the opening battle scene?
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't anything super, but it was like,
it was super
all
lame.
right.
We were glad to see the Paladins, I guess.
I was glad to see the Paladins, and, like, we kind of have an idea of where the battle stands. We kind of know the battle lines. That's nice to know. We have
outside the city.
I think just the terrain looking so flat and, like, I mean, it was literally just a field. I get it, but like it was.
And
it looked like a badly rendered video game.
And I still bash Salem for her choice of parking location.
Yeah,
could have done way more damage if you landed in the city.
Oh, we mentioned this, right? Drop off the boys.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Could have just puked into the city and like caused them to go to the edges.
Yeah.
But then you'd be surrounded on all fronts.
Floof technically already asked a question, but he does raise a good question. It's and we've already covered it. It's about the Aesops or Ren telling the Aesops how they feel and the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already gone over that in depth. We have the two fighting informations there. Maxwell Media Inc. asked, do you think Ren saying that the Aesops lost because they were fighting their own emotions undercuts Team RWBY's victory? I think that is just them trying to lampshade away their own terrible writing.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I really didn't like that part of that conversation. It's like, that's the reason why you lost. Because RWBY's a better team. And like, they've been terrible as a team. Like, there was a bit of teamwork intermittently, but it's never like...
He also continues, it's season 8. Do you think the main characters should be able to keep up with the antagonists by now? Wasn't that the point of their training and getting their licenses? I guess?
So, I mean, power ranking is always sort of it's a fun thing to fantasize about, but it should never be taken seriously. Like, people who try and power scale anime shows like Dragon Ball or My Hero end up being very disappointed when the show contradicts their assumption.
Well, I mean, no, Dragon Ball is very easy. Goku's on top. That's it. That's literally
well, there
power
are
scaling.
people on top of Goku, but then Goku loses and then becomes on top.
Yes, exactly. That's how power scaling works.
It's because whenever a Saiyan gets beaten near death, they get more powerful.
That is a stupid rule.
No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. It's justification for why Goku's always on top.
Watts and Ironwood fought each other.
No, it's stupid because, like, literally, why would Goku not literally just be like, all right, guys, it's time, it's my daily beating session. Come and beat the ever-living crap out of me.
That's what Vegeta does.
I know, and why is Vegeta always the bottom dog if that's the case?
Because Goku is the main character.
It's just, I mean, I'll talk about that. The better part of One Piece versus Dragon Ball is that Goku's enemies come in order of power. Like, if Frieza showed up first instead of Raditz, they'd all be dead. No question.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting offline. Paduro Phantom asks, what do you think is Winter's fate? I don't care. Well, I do care, but like at this point, why even bother trying to guess?
Ironwood's going to drop the city on him, and Winter is going to outrank him by becoming the new general.
No, actually, they're building up this bomb. Like, they're building up a bomb, right? That was the big thing?
Yeah.
What?
That's what they said. That, like,
oh, yeah, they mentioned they're planning a way to take out the whale.
Yeah, and Winter's like, we'll have to go in and do it. I think Winter's going to suicide mission.
Smile, you son of a...
Yeah.
I think Winter's going to make the sacrifice play for that. Because I could totally see her in the belly of the whale just being like, go! Tell my sister I love her! And that kind of stuff, you know. Or maybe it'll be hair.
Tell Whitley to go to his room!
Tell my sister to not forget about Wheatley. After him to go to his room.
Wheatley. Listen. Raymond, are you saying that's just going to happen, or are you saying you'll be happy with that if it does? I
don't know. It really that depends how they play it. But if Winter and Weiss don't have another scene together, I'm going to be disappointed.
Okay.
Toast Ghost, thoughts on Salem being a true millennial and just wanting to die. Also, have a great Christmas. Thank you, Toast Ghost. You. And we've known about that. We know that about Salem for like the last two volumes.
Somebody kill me! I just want to
die. It's muffin time.
And then Flynn asks, I know we're only halfway through Season 8 and going on hiatus, but is this Season 8 looking like it's going to be a repeat of Season 5? No, things have actually happened so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this much more than Season 5, definitely.
Yeah, this definitely has more going on.
If we haven't said it already, I thought this was a pretty good episode. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
I think I was the only one that said that I really liked it when it first ended. Fatman, what about you?
No, I don't.
Yeah?
I don't think I don't approve.
All right.
I have a lot of issues with this episode, but I thought it.
Well, you know what, Fatmanfalling? Bah humbug to you.
I will say that it's not the worst episode of the season so far.
Raymond, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I like the episode. I think it's a solid 5.
5. Okay.
You and your numbers.
Yeah, I mean that's the best I can give it mentally.
I rated 62 out of 95.
Everyone will ask that. It's like the top thing people ask.
I give it a 69 out of 420.
Final question from Charleston Shame. He has a question for Dashi, or she, I don't know who.
Oh, that's a boy. He's a guy.
Which one of the guys were you the most frustrated with this episode? Also, thank you for showing the fandom that it's actually possible for people to have completely different opinions and still be friends.
I mean, cool.
No, we secretly hate each other.
Yeah, we hang up here. We're like, like.
I just saw the picture that Dashi posted. That's amazing. I love it. What's the applause? I just saw that. That's amazing.
Oh, who does the ducky art? They're cute. But yeah, Dashi, which one of us were you most frustrated with this episode?
Which one was I frustrated the most in this episode? I don't know. Fatman, because of the whole Ren semblance and being like we're really trying to like get it. Raymond wasn't as like you said offended as Fatman was, but he was just like no, as he do. Which I adore at the same time. I adore it. So, and as far as like Nishan, thank you for saying that, that's awesome. But, it's just dumb for me to be like, whoa, your opinion freaking sucks and, I'm never talking to you again. Which is what we do when we cut here.
That's my job.
That's what we do. No, but I just love everyone that's what I want. I want different opinions. I want to talk about stuff. It'd be so boring everybody was the same.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I disagree.
It would be so much better if we all agreed.
It's like, fuck you, give me a hug. It's like,
I've already approved that I'm always right about everything. Especially with Hazel. I was super right about that as well.
Yes. The all-knowing brain.
Yes.
All right. Let's wrap it up because we've been going for an hour and a half now. Yes. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Remember to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell on Fatman's channel, and remember that when RWBY comes back in February, oh my god.
February 6th, I think?
The first episode of the second half is going to be up on my channel because that's where all the even episodes go.
Yes. All the even episodes.
Go over there, click subscribe, ring the bell, yada yada yada. And remember, at some point during this week, or some point following Christmas, because that's when things are going to be crazy, we're probably going to stream with Dashi over on her channel to give our refined thoughts on this episode if we should have any.
Yes, I'm still planning on doing that. And also, where do the odds go? Just think of it this way. Since Fatman in this episode can't even, I want to go in there in his channel. That was corny, but you're welcome.
I'd like to say to our audience, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Have a wonderful New Year's. And please, for the love of God, be safe.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's pretty much
we
all
love
I
you
want
all,
to
man.
get across.
And we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Bye!
Was that Santa Claus?
And to all a good night.
That was awesome.
There you go. I've set up that edited joke for you where Santa's in the background, like...
Yes, you sure did.
And if you don't want to do it, just cut off that last line there.
No, okay, I'm gonna not put a Santa in, and then you're gonna say that, and people are gonna go back through the whole episode looking for a Santa.
What? What the? What was British talking about?